Welcome to the Real Bluegate Guide. Instead of treating this place like a fantasy dungeon full of glowing triangle puzzles and laser beams, we're going through how Bluegate actually works. Every key, every real puzzle, every hidden room and every loot hotspot is included here. Think of this as a clean, practical walkthrough you can rely on when you drop into the Rust Belt and start pushing into the snowy industrial underground. So let's get into it. Bluegate location. Bluegate sits inside the Rust Belt and feels like a huge abandoned military-industrial zone covered in snow. It isn't a single bunker door marked with symbols. Instead, you navigate through trenches, tunnels, and surface passages until you drop into the complex. Before stepping inside, I always check my ammo, grenades, and armor because ARC patrols can appear immediately. Once you head into the underground, the map opens up into a mix of corridors, shafts, and loot pockets, and the deeper you go, the more valuable and dangerous things become. How to enter and what to expect. When you move through the early tunnel areas, the layout is meant to ease you into the real structure of Bluegate. Instead of puzzle chains, the opening sections ease you into the layout and set you up for the main color puzzle in reinforced reception, along with a few other battery-based and switch-style puzzles scattered around the map. Most of your progress early on comes from clearing enemies, exploring side rooms, and finding batteries or fuses that help unlock deeper areas. The reinforced reception color puzzle. This is the main traditional logic puzzle in the entire Bluegate map, but not the only puzzle overall, since other areas also use batteries, switches, and power routing in their own ways. Once inside reinforced reception, you'll see a terminal that flashes a color. Your job is simply to follow the painted floor line that matches the color shown. It winds through corridors until you reach the power slots. When you insert the required batteries, the large door powers up and opens a deeper loot room along with additional pathways. It's straightforward, but it's a core part of progressing through the facility. Battery and fuse. Most of Bluegate's puzzles are actually just power control sections. Instead of rotating symbols or aligning lasers, you're grabbing batteries or fuses and moving them to locked doors. I usually search server racks, side chambers, or defeated ARC units because batteries often drop from them. These power sources open storage rooms in the ancient fort, hidden side rooms, interior chambers connected to reinforced reception, and deeper tunnel paths. Carrying a battery turns you into a slow target, so clearing the area first is always the smarter move. Cellars and hidden rooms. Bluegate absolutely has hidden areas, but none of them use cracked walls or destructible panels. Everything runs on keys. With the Bluegate cellar key, you unlock tucked-away rooms containing attachments, weapon parts, and rare salvage. The Raider hatch key isn't exclusive to Bluegate, but it can open emergency extraction hatches on multiple maps, including runs that take place here. I treat it more as a fast escape option than a pure loot key. These rooms feel like bonus treasure spots and are easy to miss if you're not watching for key-locked metal doors. The confiscation room. This is the big loot vault that everyone is chasing. You need the Bluegate confiscation room key to get inside. Once you unlock it, you'll find weapon containers, valuable components, premium crafting materials, and some of the highest tier loot in the entire map. Because the rewards are so strong, the area naturally attracts both ARC units and players, so I always make sure my squad is ready for a fight before going in. The communication tower passage. This isn't a puzzle room, but it's an important one. With the communication tower key, you access a server-filled section of the map. Inside, you'll find electronics, parts, data-grade salvage, and a surprising amount of valuable items. It's quieter than the core underground areas, but still high reward if you make the detour. Combat sections and threats. Bluegate doesn't use scripted drone lock hallways or alarm triggers. Enemy density depends on spawn variation, and you'll run into drones, stalkers, heavy ARC units, and whoever else is trying to farm the same loot. Fights happen naturally as you push deeper. If things get loud, everyone in the area hears it, so I always assume another squad is on the way. The real loot flow. Whenever I want a solid run, I usually start from the surface tunnels and check early rooms for batteries or fuse drops. Then I head straight to reinforced reception to solve the colour puzzle and open the main pathways. After that, I swing by the ancient fort to grab more power sources and check for locked side rooms. If I have cellar or hatch keys, I always use them before dropping into the vertical shaft. Once I'm in the underground core, I commit to unlocking the confiscation room and grabbing everything inside. If time allows, I push toward the communication tower passage for extra loot before choosing a safe extraction point. Keys you actually need. The confiscation room key is the most important because it gives access to the main vault. The communication tower key helps you reach the server sections. The Blue Gate cellar key opens hidden cellars with bonus loot, while the Raider hatch key is mainly an emergency extraction key that works across multiple maps, including Blue Gate. So I treat it as a fast way out, rather than something that unlocks special loot rooms. There is no elevator key, no symbol chain key, and no multi-step door puzzle that resets when you fail. Hidden loot tips. Whenever I explore Blue Gate, I always check tool cabinets because they tend to hide valuable resources. Server racks and fallen arc units are also easy to overlook, but often carry high-tier items. The underground core delivers the biggest loot spike, but it also carries the highest risk, so going in prepared makes all the difference. Exit route. Blue Gate doesn't end with a dramatic final door. You can exit through multiple surface extractions, hatch exits, or side tunnels, depending on what's safest. If one extraction point is being camped, I simply rotate to another. Flexibility is the key to leaving alive with everything you collected. Final tips and notes. The real trick to mastering Blue Gate is understanding that everything revolves around batteries, keys, and timing. Clear rooms before carrying power sources. Pay attention to color lines during the puzzle, and never ignore side doors. You'd be surprised how often they hide worthwhile loot. Friends make this easier, but even solo players can succeed if they move carefully and stay aware. Outrow. Thanks for running through the real Blue Gate with me. If you want a specialized farming route, an optimized loop for high-value runs, or a full underground map breakdown, just tell me and I'll put it together. Stay sharp, stay safe, and good luck grabbing that loot.